Imagine a world lit by the flickering flames of a longhouse fire, where the salt of the sea clings to your clothes, and the clang of steel is a familiar song. This was the world of the Vikings, the legendary Norse seafarers who, for 3 centuries, left an indelible mark on history. But who were these people, really? Were they just the horned-helmeted brutes of popular legend? Spoiler alert, they weren't. In fact, Vikings never wore horned helmets. That's a 19th century opera invention. The real story is far more fascinating. Let's journey back to late 8th century Scandinavia, a land of harsh winters and short summers. Here, a society of farmers, craftsmen, and traders was on the cusp of an explosion, driven by a mix of overpopulation, a thirst for wealth, and a revolutionary piece of technology. They were about to burst onto the world stage. That technology was the longship, sleek, fast, and with a shallow draft. These incredible vessels could navigate both the open ocean and shallow rivers, allowing the Norsemen to strike deep into the heart of Europe and beyond, appearing as if from nowhere. Our story begins with a man named Ragnar, a name that echoes through though his historical reality is debated, his legend is powerful. Picture this: Ragnar, a young chieftain with ambition burning in his eyes, gathers his crew. These aren't just mindless raiders. They're a brotherhood, a team. There's Bjorn, the bear of a man, his axe, his closest friend. There's Floki, the shipbuilder, who speaks the language of wood and wind. And there's Lagertha, a shield maiden, whose skill in battle is second to none. Yes, women fought alongside men, another myth, Basit. Their first major voyage isn't just about plunder, it's about renown, about earning a name that will be sung by skalds for generations. They set sail, not east, but west, towards the mysterious island of England. The journey is perilous. They battle ferocious storms that threaten to splinter their longship, the sea serpent, to pieces. They navigate by the sun, the stars, and the flight of seabirds. It's a testament to their incredible seamanship. They make landfall on the coast of Northumbria. The sight that greets them is the monastery of Lindis, a quiet, wealthy, and completely undefended center of Christian learning. For the Vikings, who followed the Old Norse gods, like Odin and Thor, this was simply a treasure trove. The raid of 793 AD sent shockwaves through Christendom. A letter from the time described it as, "Never before has such a terror appeared in Britain as we have now suffered from a pagan race." The Viking Age had begun, but the story doesn't end with raids. It evolves. After seasons of raiding, the Vikings began to overwinter, establishing bases. Then they started to settle. Men like Ragnar, or at least the chieftains he represents, began to see the fertile lands of England not just as a place to raid, but as a place to live. They became farmers and traders. They founded cities like Dublin in Ireland and York or Jorvik, as they called it in England. They weren't just destroyers, they were creators, traders, and explorers who established vast networks connecting Scandinavia with Constantinople and even the Middle East. Their influence was immense. They left their mark on language. Words like sky, egg, and window are gifts from Old Norse. They influenced law and governance. They pushed the boundaries of the known world, reaching Iceland, Greenland, and, yes, North America. 500 years before Columbus, Leif Erikson, son of Erik the Red, landed on the shores of what is now Canada, calling it So, the next time you picture a Viking, think beyond the horned helmet. Picture a master shipbuilder, a daring explorer charting unknown seas. Picture a poet reciting sagas by the fire, a farmer tilling new land, a merchant haggling in a bustling market from York to Baghdad. They were a complex, dynamic people whose legacy is woven into the very fabric of our modern world. They were ambitious, ruthless, and brilliant. And their story is a gripping epic of how a small group of people from the frozen north changed the course of history forever. Thanks for joining us on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this dive into the Viking Age, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more epic stories, and let us know in the comments which part of history you want to explore next. See you on the next adventure.